Hey, welcome everyone. So I wanted to go over how to look for a match. Generally speaking, most public matches in the practical shooting, competition shooting space, you're going to find them on Practiscore.com. You'll have to make an account. You don't have to worry about unwanted emails. Uh, it, it you're not going to get spam or anything like that unless there's a specific club you follow and they do something like that. But generally speaking, you go to practiscore.com, you make an account, and you don't have to worry about getting spam email. But now that you have your account, you can start looking for matches. The easiest way to do that is obviously go to the match uh, taskbar, or on the taskbar, click the match bar. And then because I live in the US, I'm going to want to look in the US, obviously. And because I live in Arizona, I'm going to want to look in Arizona. So the website is a bit outdated. They really need a facelift, in my opinion. But oh well, it is what it is. Anyways, because I want to only work in Arizona, I will find all the AZ tabs. So AZ, there's a lowercase one right here. I'll click that. I believe there's a lowercase AZ somewhere. Maybe not. I could be wrong. I might have already passed Arizona because there's Arizona fully spelled out, if I'm not mistaken. And then there's the abbreviation of the state itself. Yeah, see, so Arizona and then AZ. So there's two abbreviations. Be mindful of that when looking into your state. So if I want to narrow it down, I'll click AZ, I'll click Arizona. Now I can look between the almost 200 something matches that exist in the state. If I want to narrow it down even further than that, I can obviously go look in my respective city, which that's highlighted here. And it just gets more and more specific from there. So the kind of match I want to shoot will be presented here within the state, within the city that I'm selecting. So we'll just go pick a popular one, Phoenix. Cool. Now I'm looking at a match that's supposed to happen on the 22nd of February. It's a USPSA match. It's at the Phoenix Rod and Gun Club. If I want to follow Phoenix Rod and Gun Club, their bar will be here. I can click that. And now my account can directly follow the club. So if I want to look for matches on the club specifically, I could just go to my dashboard, my clubs, clubs I follow, and now here are all the clubs I follow. And if I want to look at that club and what matches they have coming up, I could do that. So let's look at Pimo Pistol Club. And now I can see all the matches that Pimo Pistol Club has coming up that are either open, so meaning that they're open for me to register to, or let's see if there's an example, or that are about to open. So like with this club at Usuri Pass or Rio Salado Sportsman's Club, I can see that, oh, okay, it'll open in a week. When does the registration happen? Okay, I might want to bookmark that somewhere on my calendar to remind myself, because some matches, depending on how popular they are, may close out within minutes, if not even faster than that. And the matches here at Rio Salado, they close out pretty quick, so you got to be pretty on top of it if you want to make them. At least out here, every state's different, every club is different. So going back to the match. So now we're looking at the match. I see registration opened here. Doesn't matter because it's already, or it's actually about to open. So good example. So let's find a better example actually. And let's actually just do what I just did, which is, so we'll use this as an example. So here's an open match, two-gun action, when it's supposed to happen, the club it's at, when it starts, start time, their expected end time. That could go, it could end earlier, it could maybe even end later, it just depends. You'll pretty much always have a location, address right here, and then maybe a bit of information. So over here, because this is something that's made by an individual person, that's running this match. It's what they put in. So it's going to be as concise or as ill written as the person can make it. This person, this is what they wrote. Please do not show up to the range unless you've been registered or approved, right? Because they don't want you to just be there to waste your time, yada, 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 a bunch of other information. There's range rules, so rules particular to the club, the gun club itself. Maybe there's an expected round count that they want you to be aware of, and any other information. In particular, it seems as though he's actually set up documents to showcase the stages, so you can actually see the stages, and then you register, and you can just register just like this. There's my name, the division you want to be a part of, and then if you're a member of that gun club, you input that information, right? Then you just register and sign up. There you go. That's all you do. All right. So for another example, just for argument's sake, I guess, let's look at this match, for instance. Okay, so here's a match. The registration is already closed. Actually, no, sorry, wasting your time. Matches. There you go, an IDPA. Okay, so generally speaking, again, information will be listed up here. The pricing for the match will be listed there. You'll pick a division that's specific to your handgun. These are local matches. It's usually not the biggest deal if you pick the wrong division. It's just so that you can more accurately compare yourself to people using the same style or platform of weapon system that you are. You'll pick your class if you have a classification. If you don't, again, not the biggest concern. And then a category that you fall under if you care about that, which usually doesn't really matter. Then there's the member number. Member number is more particular to the actual your member identification number for that gun club that you're shooting at. Some may ask for your organization number. So if it's a USPSA match or an IDPA match, which this is, but it seems as though they're not asking for it, and you're trying to get classified, the matches, as long as they're sanctioned, they need to use your organization identifier number so that they can input your scores if you're trying to be classified in some capacity or another. And that's just how it is for any kind of match, so that there's a more official way to track your stats and data. Again, here's code of conduct stuff. You agree, you sign the mother effing waiver, and then you go ahead and you pay, and then boom, you're registered. Once you're registered, you just pretty much wait. You wait for the day of the match, and then you see when it starts, when you're supposed to be there, where you're supposed to be, your information, what squad you're going to be in. I'm in this squad. If you want to change squads, you could for whatever reason. And yeah, that's how you register for a match. If you ever want to look at your previous history, it'll keep track of that. And you can always look at your ranking essentially for that day, compare numbers. It's good to record your stages if you care about that. That way you can connect each stage to the scores that you officially have recorded, and then see where you faulted. And yeah, just using it as a means of tracking your progress and growth. But hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully you start looking for matches on your own time. Just look for your state, your city, clubs in your area, or for big events. Maybe there's a big event coming up where something gun related is going to happen, or an instruction. Maybe you want to learn to shoot better. I don't know, but there's nothing but information. It's terribly designed, in my opinion. It needs a facelift, but once you know how to look through it, it's easy to navigate. It just needs a facelift. All right. Well, I hope this was helpful, and I hope you take time to look into it. Catch you on the next one.